1. While mentoring a new driver, you notice they failed to perform a leak-down test after parking. What is your most appropriate instructional response? A. Ignore it if the air pressure holds steady. B. Conduct the test yourself without comment. C. Pause training, explain the test, and supervise a retake. D. Let the trainee complete the trip and review afterward. 2. What is the correct procedure for testing air leakage in a combination vehicle after the engine is off and air pressure is built? A. Turn off the engine and press the brake pedal repeatedly. B. Release the brake and monitor gauge pressure for 1 minute. C. Apply full brake pressure and monitor pressure drop for 1 minute. D. Turn on hazard lights and wait 5 minutes. 3. A trailer's spring brakes engage automatically when A. The trailer disconnects from the tractor. B. The air pressure drops too low. C. The service brake pedal is depressed too long. D. The fifth wheel is not locked. 4. What is the correct response when the low air pressure warning activates while driving? A. Increase speed to finish the route quickly. B. Tap the brake repeatedly. C. Stop safely and investigate the issue immediately. D. Check mirrors and continue until the next stop. 5. Which training method best reinforces understanding of air brake lag time? A. Written quiz with brake definitions. B. Simulated braking scenarios with timed feedback. C. Group discussion about brake components. D. Watching pre-recorded safety videos. 6. When performing a pre-trip inspection, which air brake component should be checked for excessive air leaks? A. Brake drums. B. Brake pedal. C. Air hoses and fittings. D. Electrical cables. 7. If a trainee incorrectly identifies the trailer protection valve function, the best mentoring approach is to A. Ignore the mistake to avoid embarrassment. B. Redirect the lesson to vehicle coupling. C. Provide a scenario-based walkthrough with questions. D. Assign additional reading homework. 8. What is the maximum air pressure loss allowed during a static air leakage test in a combination vehicle? A. 3 psi in 1 minute. B. 2 psi in 30 seconds. C. 4 psi in 1 minute. D. 1 psi in 2 minutes. 9. A correct response to discovering oil in the air tanks during inspection is to A. Continue driving until service is needed. B. Replace the air tanks. C. Drain the tanks and schedule service. D. Bleed the air lines manually. 10. What is the function of the tractor protection valve? A. To apply emergency brakes when needed. B. To provide power to trailer lights. C. To prevent air loss from the tractor when trailer air lines are damaged. D. To equalize air pressure between tanks. 11. What mentoring technique promotes long-term retention of brake system failure protocols? A. One-time video explanation. B. Interactive case studies with decision points. C. Memorization of the CDL manual. D. Verbal quizzing without context. 12. During an applied pressure test, what is the allowed pressure loss in 1 minute for a combination vehicle? A. 1 psi. B. 2 psi. C. 4 psi. D. 3 psi. 13. What role does the relay valve play in combination vehicle air brakes? A. Provides power to ABS. B. Speeds up brake application on trailers. C. Controls engine braking system. D. Manages spring brake engagement. 14. What should an instructor emphasize during curriculum development on air brake systems? A. Retesting procedures only. B. Real-world failure scenarios. C. History of brake designs. D. Legal fees from violations. 15. What is the main safety concern if the trailer air supply control is not properly engaged? A. Poor fuel economy. B. Loss of trailer lighting. C. Trailer brakes may not function correctly. D. Reduced engine power. 16. Which air brake component automatically applies the brakes if there is a severe air loss? A. Service valve. B. Slack adjuster. C. Spring brakes. D. Foot valve. 17. When teaching brake system pressure buildup rates, the instructor should ensure students understand: A. How to check brake pad wear. B. Acceptable side buildup within a specified time. C. The weight capacity of the trailer. D. When to shift gears. 18. When conducting a hands-on inspection, how should an instructor verify the air compressor is operating correctly? A. Check for oil near the compressor. B. Listen for the engine speed. C. Ensure pressure builds from 85 to 100 psi within 45 seconds. D. Start the vehicle and watch the ABS light. 19. What's the best practice for confirming ABS function in a combination vehicle? A. Visual inspection of trailer frame. B. Depressing the brake pedal repeatedly. C. Checking for an illuminated ABS indicator during startup. D. Spinning trailer wheels manually. 20. How can mentors effectively teach pressure gauge interpretation? A. Skip practical demonstrations. B. Allow unsupervised observation. C. Use live simulations with questioning. D. Provide only reading assignments. 21. Which behavior indicates a failure to grasp emergency braking system concepts? A. Releasing brakes after engine start. B. Ignoring the low air pressure warning. C. Chalking wheels when parked. D. Monitoring air pressure gauges. 22. What ensures proper learning outcomes in curriculum-based air brake testing? A. Emphasis on theoretical memorization. B. Hands-on assessments with rubrics. C. Group debates on safety. D. Reading quizzes only. 23. When performing an emergency stop with air brakes, the most important factor is: A. Engine throttle control. B. Pumping the brakes. C. Steady, controlled brake application without locking. D. Turning off cruise control first. 24. Which learning strategy best supports air brake system troubleshooting? A. Diagram memorization. B. Error analysis of real-world failures. C. Listening to instructor lectures. D. Watching safety compliance videos. 25. What is the function of the air dryer in an air brake system? A. Adds oil to the airstream. B. Increases tank pressure. C. Removes moisture and contaminants from air. D. Powers trailer lights. 26. A driver's air pressure is rising too slowly. What could be the cause? A. Overfilled brake fluid. B. Faulty air compressor. C. Low fuel. D. Frozen brake lines. 27. A driver asks when the spring brakes come on automatically. What is the correct answer? A. When brake fluid overflows. B. When service brakes are pumped repeatedly. C. When air pressure falls too low. D. When parking brake is released. 28. What's the recommended way to identify a failed ABS system in a trailer? A. A burning smell at the wheels. B. No ABS light during engine start. C. Slightly slower braking. D. Constant air leak sound. 29. What is the purpose of the dual air brake system? A. Separates steering and non-steering air tanks. B. Provides separate air systems for front and rear brakes. C. Doubles braking speed. D. Powers auxiliary accessories. 30. When teaching air brake component functions, instructors should A. Use real component models for hands-on learning. B. Stick strictly to textbook images. C. Limit sessions to 20 minutes. D. Avoid demonstrations to save time. 31. Which gauge tells you there might be an air leak in the brake system? A. Oil pressure gauge. B. Fuel gauge. C. Air pressure gauge. D. Voltmeter. 32. Which step is part of the pre-trip air brake test on a combination vehicle? A. Adjust tire pressure. B. Apply brakes and time air pressure loss. C. Tighten lug nuts. D. Check the horn. 33. Why must you drain air tanks regularly? A. To prevent coolant buildup. B. To remove oil buildup. C. To eliminate moisture and prevent brake failure. D. To reduce engine noise. 34. What teaching strategy builds confidence during air brake inspections? A. Verbal recall alone. B. Unsupervised practice. C. Guided walkthroughs with real-time feedback. D. Written quizzes only. 35. How does a functioning air governor contribute to safe brake operation? A. Limits engine vibration. B. Regulates compressor cut-in and cut-out pressure. C. Controls brake pad friction. D. Activates wheel speed sensors. 36. During mentoring, which method best evaluates brake valve identification? A. Short essay questions. B. Observed hands-on tasks. C. Fill-in-the-blank worksheet. D. True-false quiz. 37. What is the first step in performing a static leakage test? A. Turn off engine, release brakes. B. Start engine and build pressure. C. Drain air tanks. D. Turn on ABS system. 38. What component provides emergency braking if the air system fails? A. Push rod. B. Service line. C. Spring brakes. D. Slack adjuster. 39. What does the trailer emergency line supply? A. Electrical power. B. Backup fluid. C. Air for trailer brake systems and emergency control. D. Fuel for trailer engine. 40. Which tool supports curriculum development for air brake mastery? A. Industry podcasts. B. Standardized checklists for hands-on assessment. C. Infrequent written exams. D. Independent reading plans. 41. What is a key indicator of an air compressor malfunction? A. Fast acceleration. B. Low brake pressure buildup rate. C. Poor steering control. D. Flickering lights. 42. What component connects air from the tractor to the trailer? A. Air dryer. B. Service valve. C. Glad hands. D. Brake shoes. 43. How should you instruct drivers to respond if air pressure falls below 60 psi? A. Shift into neutral. B. Pull over safely and stop. C. Speed up to regain air pressure. D. Disconnect trailer manually. 44. What tool helps a mentor verify that a student is checking all air brake components? A. Stopwatch. B. Air pressure gauge. C. Inspection checklist. D. Written quiz. 45. What happens if a driver uses brakes too frequently on a downgrade? A. Brakes cool off faster. B. The air pressure increases. C. Brakes may fade due to heat buildup. D. Trailer lights dim. 46. What's the function of the slack adjuster? A. Adjust air pressure between tanks. B. Tighten ABS control. C. Maintain proper distance between brake shoes and drum. D. Signal low air pressure. 47. What visual cue indicates slack adjusters need adjustment? A. Bent air lines. B. Excessive brake pedal play. C. Steering wheel vibration. D. Air dryer hiss. 48. What is the best way to teach the proper use of the trailer hand valve? A. Require memorization. B. Demonstrate use during skid recovery simulations. C. Ask for written responses. D. Show diagrams only. 49. What air pressure range is required before performing any brake system tests? A. 20 to 40 psi. B. 60 to 80 psi. C. 100 to 125 psi. D. 140 to 160 psi. 50. When designing an assessment for air brake systems, what ensures high-stakes reliability? A. Group activities. B. Random multiple-choice tests. C. Structured skill checklists with instructor scoring. D. Peer review. 51. Which of the following actions could result in loss of air pressure in the brake system? A. Forgetting to release the parking brake. B. Repeated application of the foot brake without compressor recovery. C. Driving in cruise control mode. D. Activating turn signals frequently. 52. What is the main safety function of the service brake system? A. To keep the trailer level. B. To assist with gear shifting. C. To slow and stop the vehicle under normal conditions. D. To provide parking support. 53. What is the consequence of not draining wet tank air reservoirs regularly? A. Improved airflow. B. Overheated engine. C. Water and oil accumulation causing brake failure. D. Overcharged batteries. 54. How can instructors ensure students understand dual air brake system redundancy? A. Assign essays on air system history. B. Explain using schematic diagrams and failure scenarios. C. Skip details and summarize features only. D. Use pop quizzes about gauge locations. 55. What happens when the trailer supply valve is pulled out? A. ABS is activated. B. Spring brakes engage on the trailer. C. Service brakes become disabled. D. Electrical systems reset. 56. How can a driver confirm air is flowing to the trailer? A. Listen for tire inflation. B. Check the trailer air pressure gauge if available. C. Feel for brake heat. D. Inspect the fifth wheel. 57. When mentoring a trainee, what method reinforces safe air brake response in emergencies? A. Show a film without discussion. B. Role-play breakdown and brake failure scenarios. C. Administer weekly quizzes. D. Require independent reading only. 58. What safety function does the parking brake perform in combination vehicles? A. Prevents trailer from shifting loads. B. Secures the vehicle when stopped or parked. C. Boosts engine braking capacity. D. Recharges the air tanks. 59. What must be checked on air hoses during a pre-trip inspection? A. Color coding. B. Length and symmetry. C. Cracks, leaks, and secure fittings. D. Distance from the engine. 60. What type of learning activity best prepares students for air loss troubleshooting? A. Flashcard memorization. B. Scenario-based troubleshooting labs. C. Lecture recitation. D. Closed book multiple choice test. 61. A key symptom of excessive brake lag time is A. Overheated cabin. B. Delayed braking response after pedal is applied. C. Fuel system backfire. D. Steering misalignment. 62. How can a driver monitor for a gradual air leak? A. Turn on the heater. B. Listen to engine idle RPM. C. Watch the air pressure gauge for slow drop. D. Inspect tire wear. 63. What component stores compressed air for braking use? A. Fuel tank. B. Air compressor. C. Air reservoir tank. D. Brake chamber. 64. What instructional technique supports mastery of the air brake warning system? A. Lecture with minimal examples. B. Classroom-only instruction. C. Visual demonstrations with sound cues. D. Showing equipment diagrams only. 65. What's the best way to reinforce the dangers of brake fade? A. Assign reading about brake history. B. Describe high-speed downgrades with overloaded trailers. C. Show charts with PSI ratings. D. Have students adjust the brakes manually. 66. When the air pressure falls below 60 psi, the low pressure warning. A. Flashes trailer lights. B. Sounds a buzzer or activates a warning light. C. Increases braking power. D. Engages the speed limiter. 67. Why is it dangerous to use only the trailer hand valve for parking? A. It only activates the steering axle. B. It releases ABS functionality. C. It can lead to trailer brake failure and rollaway. D. It doesn't provide enough tire grip. 68. When developing training materials for air brake instruction, which is most effective? A. Text-only material. B. Hands-on brake component labs with evaluation checklists. C. Group summaries of textbook. D. Weekly true-false quizzes. 69. What causes brake fade or failure on long downhill grades? A. Cold weather. B. Overuse of the spring brake. C. Excessive use of service brakes. D. Frequent use of ABS. 70. What is the correct action if the air compressor governor fails? A. Keep driving carefully. B. Use engine braking. C. Remove the air lines. D. Stop driving and arrange for repair. 71. How does an instructor ensure knowledge transfer of air brake regulations? A. Reference outdated manuals. B. Compare DOT and FMCSA rules through real cases. C. Skip regulation content for hands-on focus. D. Requires student-led presentations. 72. Why are foundation brakes essential in combination vehicles? A. They power the auxiliary systems. B. They operate lights and trailer fans. C. They apply and release air pressure to stop the vehicle. D. They inflate the tires. 73. What is the purpose of the air compressor governor? A. Prevents engine overheating. B. Controls air dryer pressure. C. Regulates when compressor pumps air into the tanks. D. Activates trailer lights. 74. What condition might cause the spring brakes to fail to release? A. Trailer wheels off balance. B. Inadequate air pressure. C. Fifth wheel out of alignment. D. Open fuel tank cap. 75. What does a loud hissing noise from the brake chamber indicate? A. Proper air compression. B. Electrical system warning. C. Air leak or damaged diaphragm. D. Trailer fully engaged. CDL combination vehicles air brakes test. The CDL combination vehicles air brakes test is a specialized section of the commercial driver's license exam designed to assess a driver's knowledge and competency in operating air brake systems on combination vehicles, such as tractor-trailers. This test evaluates a driver's ability to inspect, use, and maintain air brake components including service brakes, parking brakes, emergency brakes, and the dual air brake system. It focuses on identifying system failures, recognizing warning signals, and conducting proper pre-trip inspections and leak tests. The test ensures drivers can safely control and stop heavy vehicles, meet FMCSA safety standards, and prevent brake-related accidents, reinforcing professional accountability and regulatory compliance across the trucking industry. Here are the top 5 beneficial uses of the sample exam. 1. Ensures critical safety competence. The test verifies a driver's ability to properly inspect, operate, and respond to air brake system issues, significantly reducing the risk of brake-related accidents in combination vehicles. 2. Promotes federal compliance. It helps drivers and carriers meet FMCSA regulations, ensuring legal operation and avoiding violations related to brake system inspections and maintenance. 3. Supports fleet reliability. Accurate knowledge of air brake systems leads to better maintenance practices, reducing vehicle downtime, minimizing repair costs, and improving overall fleet performance and safety. 4. Guides high-quality instructional programs. The test informs curriculum design for CDL educators, ensuring training aligns with real-world air brake system challenges and industry standards. 5. Builds professional driver confidence. Mastery of air brake systems fosters confidence and independence, empowering drivers to manage emergency situations and mentor peers effectively.